Welcome to the class of the best. Let's enjoy man of academic excellence. We are doing business studies, grade 12, term 1. So, notes on the impact of recent legislation on business. So, don't mind the year, which is 2019. It's the same notes that I used now. So, nothing have changed. This is the table of content. We have all the topics that you guys are going to cover in term 1. These are all the topics, and it is very crucial to know the terms and definition. So we are going to talk about Skills Development Act for today and Labor Relation Act. So this topic, guys, is kind of challenging. Don't take it for granted. So let's start. All right, this is the content details for teaching and learning. I advise you guys, and I really asked you recently earlier on that you guys should go through this and read all these definitions and terms. They are very crucial, right? Okay, let's go for it. All right. The Skill Development Act. So this is the guide actually before we go far. So this is the guide that you are going to use. So before we invade in every topic, you have to know the terms and what you have to know the terms and definition. So this is the first chapter, actually the first topic, second topic, third until there. But before you invade in any, you have to know what the definitions of this. So let's proceed. So who want to tell me what is SDA, Skill Development Act? Who want to try? Who want to try? Mr. Tebo, Mr. Mavest, what is SDA? So you guys, you don't read when I say you guys go and read. Nompumelelo. What is SDA? Mbali. What is Skill Development Act? Okay. Skill Development Act refers to the main aim of this. Actually, the main aim of this act is to improve the skill levels of people who are already employed in the business. So whenever you hear that they are speaking or talking about SDA, just know the aim of this. The aim of this act, aim of the act is to improve. So the aim of this is to improve the skills. The skills of employees or workers who are already in the business. So please guys, write your names in the chat box there. Write your names there, please. Who are already in the business or working in the business. So when they notice that our employees, we have Mr. Mavest, Mbali, and Nompumelelo, they are lacking some experiences. What they are going to do, they are not going to fire them, But they will comply with this act of SDA by doing what? By train the employees there to improve what? Productivity in the workplace. So when they see that Mbali, she's lacking something, they know that no, we have to comply with this act, since the aim of this act is to improve the skills of employees who are already in the business, right? So when they ask you to define a SDA or Skill Development Act, the aim of this act is to improve the skills levels of people who are already employed in the business. Thank you. Then we have what? Number one here. They are saying the Skills Development Act, which is known as SDA. They are talking about purpose. These are the purpose. What is the purpose? What is the purpose of this? The purpose of you going to school. What is the purpose of you dating this guy? What is the purpose of you doing this? So the purpose of SDA, number one, we only need three. We can take, let's take short ones. Guys, before we go far, in business studies, they want you to write, especially in grade 12, exactly the way it is. Just know that, exactly the way it is. Why? Remember, now your papers, your final papers are marked at what? Marking center, not by your teachers. So you must write word by word. You will hear from your teachers. They will tell you, because it's not easy for learners to quote the keywords there. That's why they want you guys to write word by word. Also, it saves on the time, because business studies, there is no correct or wrong answer there. Every answer, when you are making sense, it's correct. But they are avoiding those things of this learner is correct, this what it will cost them time at the marking center. That's why they said in South Africa all learners must write exactly the way the memorandum it is. You'll hear from your teachers. So I said we should choose any three. They want to know what is the purpose of SDA, right? So the purpose, we can take the first one. It develops the skills of people in South Africa in order to improve productivity. Can choose this one. It develops the skills of people in South Africa in order to improve productivity. What are they saying there is that when we comply with SDA, Skill Development Act, this will assist us to improve the skills of people in South Africa in order to improve productivity. Meaning that when we comply with SDA, there will be an improvement of what? Productivity in the workplace. So that's the one you have to take, exactly. So the second one, we can choose invest in education and training workers. Invest in education and training workers. Number three, it encourages workers to participate in learning programs. So they will know that I'm lacking this skill. I don't have experience on this, but I would love to earn this skill. So they will get encouraged and say, no, man, let me just go for this. So in that time, they are improving what? Their productiveness. You can even take this one. Improves the chances of getting a job for previously disadvantaged people. You can take this one if you want. Then it encourages businesses to improve the skills of their workers. It encourages businesses to improve the skills of their workers. So I want to make some mnemonics for you here that will help you not to forget this. I can say let me say die. I want you guys to write these notes, meaning that we are going to take number 1. Number 2, number 3. So we take this one's the one that I ticked. That's the one that you have to go with. So, guys, we'll play a game after this. So I will divide you into 2 since you are 10. 5 there, 5 there. So there will be a team to win something there. So I hope you are listening and writing this down. We are not going to copy. Guys, and I said you should write your names down there, but I'm not seeing any name there. Mr. Mavest, can you hear me there? I might think that you guys...
Yes.
Okay, thank you guys. All right. Now we want the impact of SDA on business. When they are talking about impact, my accounting gurus, my commercial gurus, actually, I love accounting. We are referring to positive, which are known as advantages, and negatives, which are known as disadvantages. So, whenever they say give the impact of SDA, they want you to give the positives, also the disadvantages. They are not only saying when they say impact and you just take positive. Also, you can get your marks by doing that, but I am advising you, you should be smarter enough. The opposite of this are the disadvantages. I will show you something. So don't get confused when they say advantage, just know these are positive. All right. Let's take this one. So whenever they say Purpose of Skills Development Act, think of DIE. D for develops the skills of people in South Africa in order to improve productivity. I is for invest in education and training of workers. E is for encourages businesses to improve the skills of their workers. You can even choose this one since it has E. All right. So about the impact there, we are going to take 2 positive, 2 negative. All right. So let's take this one also. Who doesn't know TB? We all know TB, right? Tuberculosis, or it's what? All right. So the first one, they are saying train employees to improve productivity in workplace. We know my commercial. Okay, Mem Rovante.
Good evening, sir. I was asking if sir can please repeat the die.
Okay, the die. All right.
Yes,
Well,
please.
when we are talking about die Mem Rovante, these are the mnemonics, kind of cheat reading, or yeah, it's a study tip that will assist you to remember. I'm not saying you should cram, but in business studies, as I emphasize that you guys, you are no longer in metric going to be marked based on your general knowledge. They want what is in the notes. Some of you are taught that in grade 11. I'm not sure all of you knows that business studies now, you don't write, think of writing. Are you aware of that, guys? Some of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this
Yes, sir.
guy will assist you whenever they ask you the Purpose of Skills Development Act. And when you check, I highlighted this one here and this one, also this one. I said on this Purpose of Skills Development, they only want 3, which are going to be 6 marks. So this D, it will assist you. Will remember, we have develops of the skills of people in South Africa in order to improve productivity. That's for D. I is for this one, the second one, invest in education and training of workers. This E, you can go with this one or this one. encourages businesses to improve the skills of their workers. These are the menomics, right? You get it now.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Memorovat. So now we revert back to impact of the SDA on the business, since impact refers to positive and negative. So you take two negative and two positive, which are known as advantages and disadvantages. So when they are, I said you are going to take two, and it is advisable to take any of the one that you want, guys. Depends on how easy it is on you. So I'm going with the first one that says trains employees to improve productivity in the workplace. We know that when we train the employees, the workers, it will improve what productivity in the workplace. So this is the advantage of what? Of Skills Development Act. When you comply with the SDA, what will happen? When you encourage them, workers, when you encourage workers to participate in the learning programs, definitely we know the results. They are simply saying the results of the SDA on the business. Obviously, trains employees to improve productivity in the workplace. If a teacher, he or she is not that much good, right, in teaching, you know that when teachers are struggling somewhere, somehow they go for training. That's what we call Skills Development Act. It will improve productivity in their teaching. So whenever you see impact, they are simply saying the results. Let's go to Mjolo side. We know the impacts of dating, which are simply the results of dating. Hey, they will raspora you. They will cut your heart into 10 pieces. Some they will say, you'll be fine there. You'll find your soulmate. So this is what they are simply saying, the impact. So we take the first one, go to this one. All right. Businesses could become globally more competitive. When they're saying more competitive, it means that you are standing strong against your competitors. Businesses could become global more competitive. It simply means that when I take you, Memrovante, to training, I keep on training you. When you revert back from training, you'll be better than yesterday, and you'll be a threat to your competitors. It means that you'll start to produce good results there. So the business will start to produce good results and attract more customers because now they are more productive. So you become more competitive. Business could become globally more competitive. So this is TB. These are the positive. But when you are writing, please don't write positive. You write this thing. Don't write negative and don't write TB. Guys, kanalona, you might go and say TB and say, you shy. No, this T, it will remind you, okay, there is trains. You know how mind function. Train employees to improve productivity in the workplace. So this is T, this is B. Right. B for businesses could become globally more competitive. So we go to the disadvantages. So these are the disadvantages. You are still in chapter 1. Right. All right. These are the disadvantages. Negative or disadvantages. All right. Let's take which one should we take? Help me to choose, guys, the one you see like it's easier to you. Which one, Memrovante, would you like us to take?
I chose many businesses may not support this government initiative.
Okay, let's take this one. Hey, Mr. Mavest, which one would you consider? Mr. Mavest. Let's take this one.
You can also take employers are expected to attend learnerships during work hours, which could affect the production. Which could affect the production process.
Okay, let's consider it. Thank you. All right, let's start there. By the implementation of the SDA can be difficult to monitor and control. What are they saying there is that now, okay, the employees went for SDA. We encouraged them, right, to go for the SDA Skills Development Act. But they are saying it can be difficult to monitor and control implementation. Someone is coming now. So what they are simply saying there is that when they say implementation of Skills Development Act can be difficult to monitor and control, what are they saying there? Who want to tell us? What do you think about this? Re tla bua Braya ka ke busy. Okay, they are saying that putting the Skills Development Act into action can be a headache. So let's just put it in general. It can be a headache. What am I saying? What am I saying is that it's like it's hard to keep track of whether businesses are actually doing what the law says, e.g., training employees, paying levies. So you must think of it like monitoring to check if companies are following the rules. When they are talking about monitoring, it will be difficult to check if companies are following the rules, control, making sure they stick to the plan. You know, sometimes when you guys, maybe you go to school camps there, go to school camps, it's not easy to control you. Some of you will be you won't stick to the plan, you won't stick to the goal, the vision. Why you are there, you start to date, exchange numbers, making noise in class, those kind of things. So they are simply saying there, uh, implementation of SDA can be difficult to monitor and control. When they say monitor, they are saying checking if companies are following the rules, control, making sure they stick to the plan. So you can take this if you want. Then we go to the one that Mem Rovante chose for us. Many businesses may not support this government initiative. Why will they not do that? They will think that they are delaying the business goal, because maybe we have a target. We manufacture maybe tables and chairs, and our target is that by the end of this December, we should make at least 100 chairs and 100 tables. Now we are going to take 5 or 10 workers to SDA, Skills Development Act. Now it will be a problem. We'll start to think, no, man, are we going to reach that target of 100 tables and chairs? Now they will start to say, no, if we send these people there, we won't reach this target. So that's why they are saying many businesses may not support these government initiatives, because they think that it will delay their what There are processes there, the productivity in the business. So what I'm trying to say there, what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying is that you guys, you need to understand this firstly. But when you are writing this down, they want exactly. So it's better if you understand what they are saying there before you jot it down. So many businesses may not support these government initiatives. Even if you say many businesses or companies may not support this government initiative, you will be marked correct because it's difficult for you learners to quote the keywords, Even if this one you turn it to companies, you will still be correct. They don't want you to bring your own things like out of context and stuff. So let's go to this one that Mem Bali chose for us. If I heard very well the voice. Employees. When you're talking about employees, some of you get confused. We are referring to workers. Are expected to attend learnership during work hours, which could affect production process. You see, this one is talking to this one. It takes us back there. Many businesses may not support this government initiative because during work hours, they want them at the training. You see, that's why we have this disadvantage. So employees are expected to attend learnership during working hours, which could affect the production process or productivity. This one is clear and vividly. They are expecting you, Mem Rovante and Bani, to go at the training. At that time, you have a task to complete. So we only need to remember when they are talking about impact, just know that it's 4 marks, it's 8 marks. 2 positive, 2 negative. So guys, you should always look at the mark allocation when you are writing. If it is 8 marks, they want 4. If it is 2 marks, 1 response. 8 marks, 4 response. 4 marks, 2 response. That's what they want in business studies. So we proceed. Let me try to make a mnemonic here. Me, me, me. So whenever you see them asking you about the impact of SDA, just think of TB, me. So this is our negative, TB me. So one day I'll ask you, what is TB me? Then you should say these are the impacts of what? Skill Development Act. Then I'll ask you, okay, tell me what that TBE, T is for train employees to improve productivity in the workplace. B is for businesses could be global, more competitive. Me, we know that many businesses may not support this government initiative. E is for employees are expected to attend learnership during work hours, which could affect the production process or productivity. Now we move on. Before I proceed, guys, are you satisfied? Please answer me there.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate. Now, discrimination, according to the Mem Rovante. You can proceed, Mem Rovante. I saw the hand there. You can say something you want to say.
Sir, I want to ask about the last point that's explained.
You want to ask about?
The last point that's explained.
or the one that says employees are expected to attend learnership during work hours?
Yes, yes, please, sir.
Or should I explain it?
Yes, please, sir.
Okay. They are saying, remember now we are talking about impacts of Skill Development Act, right, on the business. So, and I said when they are talking about
Yes, sir.
they are referring to positive and negative, which positive are known as advantages, negative as disadvantages. So now they are saying, remember Skill Development Act, I said is the aim of the act. It aims is to improve the skills of employees who are already working in the business. So we will, as the owners or as the directors or the foreman, whoever who's into control, will realize that no, there are employees who are lacking this type of a skill. So what we need to do, we need to send them to Skill Development Act. Might be training wherever we take them. So now there is what we call advantages of that, and there is what we call disadvantages. So when we go to disadvantages, we know that we have what we have they are saying workers are expected to attend learnership, right, during work hours. So learnership, they are simply saying training during work hours, which could affect the production process. So this is you, Memrovant. You are busy working at your workplace. Maybe you are an auditor, right? Okay, you are an auditor as a chartered accountant. You are auditing. Then at that time, maybe like you have to submit that task before 5 o'clock. Then you have a timetable. You know that you have to go to the training by 4 o'clock, and you are not yet done. So this is what they mean. Employees are expected to be at the training during work hours, and at that time, maybe let's say this is 3 o'clock, and these are work hours at that time, but they are expecting you to attend the same time. So this is what they simply mean. Employees are expected to attend training during work hours. So this will cause conflict, which could affect production process. When they are saying production process, they are referring to whatever work you are doing at that time, whatever task you are completing, meaning that you won't be able to complete your task that day because they want you to attend. And at that time, it is what? During work hours. It's like I tell you, Memrovant, I want you to write this assignment for me. Then someone comes and say, no, we should go to Groove. This is like what is happening there. Do you understand it now?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Memrovant. All right, I said we take two. So it's TB me. TB me. TB me. We are talking about impact of SDA on business. Thank you. Now we are going to discrimination action according to the SDA. Remember, when we are at the SDA, let's give it our own name. When we are at the training center, just know that when we are there, we are trying to comply with the SDA. There will be discrimination there also. Discrimination is not you insulting someone. It can be abusive of time or workload, unfair workload, those kind of things, unfair, something that is unprofessionalism. So now they are saying discriminatory action. Action. What is the action that must be taken there? You see, according to the SDA. So let's take 2, preventing employees from signing for the learnership due to their age or positive in the workplace. So let's try to take the shorter one. Okay, let's take this one. And which one also? And take this one. So the first one, they are saying unfair promotion of skills and development to certain employees. Unfair promotion, skills, and development training to certain employees. Who want to explain to us about this one? When they are saying unfair promotion of skills and development training to certain employees, these are discriminatory actions according to the Skill Development Act. Who want to explain this? Also, the second point that says furnishing false information in any prescribed document. Who want to try it? Yes, ma'am, Rovante.
It's like when somebody is
Huh?
overemployed, but they get. It's like when somebody's overemployed, but they get a job as a domestic worker, because like no other companies want to accept them, or um there's no jobs for them available.
Okay.
And then the second point can be like somebody that has no skills, but on their documents they say that they have
I want you to start. I want you to start that. It's very accurate. Come again.
it's like when sir only has a matric certificate, but sir has all these um skills on sir's um application form, and sir gets accepted for the job, but somebody that actually went to go and study and do something doesn't even get the job,
Okay. Thank you.
like a high qualified job.
Okay. That's true. So, unfair promotion of skills and development, it's something that is very unethical in the business. So, this one can be due to race, gender. Again, you were very accurate, ma'am, there. So, what they are simply saying, let me try to make it very easy. Unfair promotion of skills training to certain employees. It means giving training opportunity to only some employees based on things like race, gender, age, or job level, as you were explaining them. So, example, a company only trains managers, not lower level staff. That's unfair. Am I lying?
No, sir.
I made it easy, right? Or should I try to make it more easy? But I believe it's easy the way I made it. I explained it. Or it's challenging. I believe it's easier. Very simple. So please write it down there. Write what I explained down. If you want me to repeat, I will repeat. So I said, when they are saying unfair promotion of skills and development training to certain employees. They are simply saying that I want us to break this discriminatory actions under the Skill Development Act. So they mean that giving training opportunity to only some employees based on things like race, gender, age, job level. Like they'll be saying, this one is white, this one is Indian, this one is black. I'm not gonna give them training and stuff, those kind of things. Gender, I will prioritize men, I will prioritize ladies. Age, they say no. This one, she's 22. We want people who are 25. At that time, they are lying. So job level, because this one is a manager and stuff. So for example, a company only trains managers, not lower level staff, meaning that at SP Academy we might consider to train only managers, not to consider our tutors and what. This is what they mean when they are saying unfair promotion of skills. Are we together, guys? Are you satisfied?
Yes. So can you explain the part about finishing false information again?
Yeah, no, that one I haven't touched it. I have to explain it. I was explaining the part of unfair promotion of skills. So are you satisfied with
Okay.
the first point, guys? Unfair promotion of skills.
Yes.
Thank you. Who asked this, Mr. Mavest?
I tell say.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Debza. All right, as Mr. Debza said, we should touch this one. Furnishing false information in any prescribed document. So when they are talking about documents, they are simply saying, right, furnishing false information in any prescribed document. It means that lying or giving wrong information or on official SDA paperwork, like fake training reports, pretending to meet levy payments, claiming non-existent leadership. For example, a business submits fake proof of employees training to get a grant or penalties apply. So they might be saying, no, our worker got injured there at the training, wara, just to claim penalties, or getting training, employees training to get a grant. So this is what they are simply mean. Furnishing false information in any prescribed document. So it's very advisable to go and look for the other name of furnishing. You can consider using that name there. So you should know these both actions are illegal under the SDA. So business must treat all employees fair in training access. That's what you should know. Provide trustful information. So we said, all right, penalties for non-compliance. Non-compliance, if I tell you that a member of Ante, you are making noise, keep quiet, and you keep on making noise, meaning that you are being non-compliance. You are not complying, right? That's what they mean. So penalties, like it's something like a penalty, like what can I say about penalty? It's simple. You can be charged fees there to pay for that. You can be face disciplinary hearing. It's in many things, like punishment and stuff, depends by the sector. So now they are saying penalties for non-compliance, where we are still on SDA, my commercial gurus. We are still here. The Skill Development Act. So if you are not complying, that's what they are simply saying. If you are not complying with this Skill Development Act, what are the penalties there? You see, so businesses that do not pay the Skill Development Act may not offer learnership claim grants from the SDA. So you see, the focus is on SDA. So businesses that do not pay for the skill development levy may not offer learnership or claim grants from the SDA. So we take this one. So if you don't pay Memrovante for the skill development levy, you may not offer learnership or claim grants from SDA. So for you to claim the grants, you have to comply. You have to pay for Skill Development Act. Skill Development Levy. So we go to the next one. These are the questions that may surprise you guys. So we don't leave anything when we read business studies. So paper 1, we have business operation, which we comply, which we focus on human resource and TQM. These 2 topics, you will start to do them in term 2. Also term 1, you will do HR, which is your paper 1, and it is very easy. It's possible to get 150 over 150 on that topic. The challenging paper is paper 2. So we go to the second point. They are saying a labor inspector could order the business to stop operating. Should the business be found guilty of illegal practice? So they are saying that a labor inspector, they are inspectors, guys, could order the business to stop operating should the business found guilty of illegal practice. So this one is very tricky. The way they wrote their English, it's HL, and some of us we did FAL. So they are saying that we are talking about penalties under the Skill Development Act, remember. If a business is found guilty of breaking, do you hear it? If the business found guilty of breaking SDA rules, right? E.g., discriminatory action, false info, keneletsano, lezinto ziyazalana. If you remember, we were talking about what we spoke about something there, the discriminatory part. If they found you not complying here, you are discriminating, doing unfair things, that's where penalties invade. Right? So they are simply saying there, so they are simply saying, want to record this. They are simply saying that when they say a labor inspector could order the business to stop operating, should the business found guilty of illegal practice. The English is kind of tricky there. They are talking about the penalties under the Skill Development Act. If a business is found guilty of breaking the SDA rules, e.g., discriminatory action, false info, non-payment of levies. So a labor inspector, right? Labor inspector, I want you to hear me very well, can issue a compliance order to business. So business must fix the issue or face penalties. So in severe cases, they can even stop the business from operating, like a temporary shutdown until they comply. So when you are not complying, labor inspector can issue a compliance order. Hey, you, Memrovant, you should comply with this and this and this. You should stop giving us false information and you should pay for levies. So if you don't do that, they will stop the business from operating. That's what we mean. So other penalties might be losing SDA grants, fines, legal action. Yeah. So we continue, we go to ways in which business can comply. Ways. So the question can even come like this. They might give you a scenario there. Then they give you they will say they will talk about discriminatory actions according to the SDA, and they say give us two that are not part of that scenario, and the penalties for non-compliance and ways in which business, maybe they are talking about a KFC franchise, whatever, King Burger, they will just say ways in which King Burger can comply with the SDA. Then you start to say, how would I know about King Burger and what? No, this one is applied in South Africa. So every businesses in South Africa complies with the Skill Development Act. This ones. So remember, tomorrow you might be an HRM, human resource manager, might be a recruiter. You have to know this. Business studies is life. Guys, don't hear from anyone telling you that business studies is So now these are the ways in which businesses can comply with the SDA. So employers, now we are talking about the boss, the one who hires you. So employers who collect payee should register for SETA. When they are saying payee, guys, they are referring to pay as you earn. When they are talking about payee, they are saying pay as you earn. So should register with SETAs. So who can tell me what SETAs stand for? I'm listening, guys. Who can tell me what SETAs stand for? Oh, it's okay, I understand. I'll come whenever you are free. Let's talk, guys. So this shows me you didn't study when I was saying study. Then I let me tell. So I want to show you something here, guys. You have everything. Very simple.
So it is.
I want to show you something. I'm listening, ma'am. You were saying something. Okay. Learn more. Rovante.
It is.
So says
It was.
is okay.
It was established to implement and monitor the implementation of the Skills Development Act.
Yes, that's true, but I just want to know what does CETAS stand for? Okay, Mem Rovante. Mem, I saw Mem learn more. Learn more, Mr. or Mem. So,
It's Mr.
Oh,
So SETA stands for Sector Education and Training Authority.
thank you. So CETA stands for Sector Education and Training
Yes.
Authority. So this is a South African body established by the Skill Development Act to improve skills and address skills gaps in different industries. So you have to know firstly, what does CETAs do? So this skills planning, their skills planning, they issue accreditation, maybe access and accredit training providers and courses. So when I say skill planning, they develop and implement skills plan for their specific sectors, funding, meaning they manage funding to support training. So now they are saying that employers who collect payee, so this is a form of tax, should register with SETA. So there is a specific percentage that every businesses that receive this, let's, for argument's sake, let's say that collect maybe 18%. This is tax, not VAT, right? So they should register with SETA. So employers who collect payee should register for what? For SETA. So they are saying if Memro Vante is earning 50,000, she must make sure she take care of the family. This is simply like that, like ways in which business can comply with the SDA. So the first point, they are saying employers who collect payee should register with SETAs. It means that there is a specific percentage there that the company must be making so that they can register for SETA. So, so did you understand this one? Hello? Are you fine? Okay, Memrofant.
Not really, sir.
All right. Let me try to explain better. Okay. So, since they are saying employers, so let's say workers who collect payee. Payee stands for pay as you earn. If you are earning maybe 500,000, you pay maybe 15% of your 500,000. So employers, they are the owners of the business. So if the business is making maybe 200,000, they should register with SETA. Remember, we agreed that SETA is the Sector Education and Training Authorities, and we agreed that it's like, so let's think of them like skill builders for different sectors. Maybe you might say in IT, healthcare, accounting, businesses. So they collect a skills levy from businesses, SETAs, right? It's like a payment that we should be paying to SETA. So when we pay them, they collect a skill levy from business, right? So they use that skill levy to fund training and development for workers. So it's like we invest in SETA. After investing, we our workers will just go there for training for free. It's like we are paying. So they oversee learnership and skills program. So when let's try to make it easy, right? So when we say when we say registering with SETA, it's like signing up for a skill development club in industry. So what to do? It's like you find your relevant SETA, e.g., a facet or tutuka for accounting, maybe H wara 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 for medical doctors. So step two, you register on their website via SARS, pay the skills levy, which is 1% of payroll. So now, get grants for training employees. So I'm trying to make it step by step there, or let me just make it short. Example, we can say a retail shop registers with a facet, pays the levy and get money back for training on you. Okay, let me do this. Let's use this example, e.g., learners register registers with SP Academy. pays the levy. Levy is like fees, right? And gets back extra classes to get good grades. So let's revert back now. Employers, these are the owners of the business, these are the bosses. Employers who collect tax should register with SETA, meaning that when they register with SETAs, they are simply doing this. What they are simply doing there is that when employers register with SETA, this lets them to pay. They are going to pay, right? Let's just use this example. They are going to pay a skill levy, which will grant them training, which they will receive what training in the future. So since we know SETA provides with training, so they are paying for training to the SETA. So now we can take the second one, the skills 1%, of an employer's payroll is to be paid over to SETA. So they are saying that every employer's 1% of every employer's payroll has to be paid to SETA. So every 1% must be paid to SETA. So these are the ways a business can comply. 1% of employers' payroll must be paid over to SETA. You done? You can take the third one. All right, let's take this. Businesses with more than 50 employees must appoint a skill development facilitator. So a facilitator, a skill development, PJ, coming this time. When they are saying businesses with more than 50 employees, 50 workers must appoint a skill development facilitator. What are they saying, guys, there? When they say businesses with 50 plus employees must appoint a skill development facilitator, the SDF, skill development facilitator, helps to plan and report on training. So they ensure that compliance with the Skill Development Act is there. So obviously, when your boss is there while you are working, you won't make any mistake because he'll be guiding you. When you are lost, you'll just ask, boss, what can I do there? So the SDF facilitator is there to help plan and report on training. They ensure that you guys comply, right? You guys comply with the SDA. All right. So you can think of the company skills guru. They make sure training happens and paperwork are done. So just think of that. These are the company's guru. So I will appoint Mem Rovant as our SDF in these classes, meaning that Mem Rovante will make sure that you attend, you send the register, you sign the register. This is what we mean. So a company with 50 plus employees must appoint. To appoint is to hire. All right, to recruit a skill development facilitator. So you should think of in our classes, we have our company skill, our company skill guru there. So she makes sure that you guys are not making noise, you are participating. Simple as that. So Let's go for that one. Or this. Since we want 3. All right. Now they are talking about, so you can even take this one. Businesses should register with the relevant SETA. We have different types there. So now we have roles which are simply known as functions of SETA.